Aha, finally, something good happened. Roblox did just a few days ago something that we have been waiting for them to do for a very long time. And I mean, temporarily, it seemed like they solved a lot of the problems that we have been complaining about. I've even recently made like 3 videos about this one specific issue, and that is something to do with the bots. When I say the bots, I don't mean like scam bots from 8 years ago or something like that. I remember making a lot of videos about those scam bots specifically, but this is a new type of bot, a different type of bot. And it all started for me when I made a video like 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago at this point, about how these bots specifically are ruining different Roblox games. And I think the worst one that I found it to be in was Bubblegum Simulator. You guys probably know, if you've ever played a game like this, it doesn't specifically have to be Bubblegum Simulator. Any game where you can get a rare item in it, for example, another one affected by this is Murder Mystery 2. These bots are in these games 24/7. They are using AFK exploits to farm the coins or the other currencies in the game so that later they can open or hatch these rare items in the game, and then of course the people behind the bots can sell those things on eBay or anywhere else, really, anywhere that they can think to find people that are going to want to buy these items. But if you have good ears, if you have good listening skills, you will know that I just said temporarily it seems like this problem was fixed, and that is because it seems to have gone right back to square one even after Roblox just did a ban wave for these specific bots. The first thing I saw, and the reason that I knew any of this was happening in the first place, was because I saw a tweet from Creekcraft. He said, oh my god, over half the players were bots, and this is in response to a different tweet obviously talking about this ban wave. Now this one person said Roblox did a massive ban wave against exploiters. This is the concurrent users of Bubblegum Simulator Infinity, which serves as a good example on what most games experienced last night. And if we take a look at this graph right here, this, I'm not gonna lie, is absolutely ridiculous. That is quite literally over half of the game's users very suddenly dropped off. As we can see by this graph, most of the time, if not all of the time, the games in Bubblegum Simulator are at a constant over 200,000 concurrent players. Now, this ban wave took place somewhere obviously between the 21st of May and the 22nd of May, and that is when we see the very intense, very dramatic drop from over 200,000 players all the way down to below 100,000. It almost looks like it's at like 50,000, maybe 75,000, and that is insane. That is over half of the players of Bubblegum Simulator were bots, because again, this ban wave not only was to target exploiters, but the thing is, I cannot find literally anyone, not one single real person, that is talking about being banned by this ban wave, which obviously means that it's bots that got dragged into this whirlpool of the ban wave. Because usually when we see these ban waves, even if they are specifically against exploiters, and by saying, oh my god, I got banned by this exploiter ban wave, you're basically outing yourself, you're confessing to the crime, you're telling everyone, hey look, I'm an exploiter on Roblox, I got banned by the exploiter ban wave. People will still post that they got banned in these ban waves, like it's not that big of a deal to them. They will post it on Twitter, on Reddit, on Discord, anywhere where they know that people will see that they got affected by the ban wave. But again, not one single person on any platform out there seems to be talking about how they were dragged into this ban wave, which again leads us to believe I think it's pretty good evidence that this was specifically done to target the bots, which then brings us back to this graph and shows us that over half of the players in Bubblegum Simulator, being over 200,000, were bots. And you know what? This is not even the developers' fault. This has never been the developers' fault. I feel like every time we talk about this and we're like, oh my god, Bubblegum Simulator is botted. Oh my god, half of their player base are bots? Why on earth would they possibly do something like that? But that's not the case. It's never been the developers' fault. If anything, this is Roblox's fault. I mean, not even really Roblox's fault. It's kind of bad that they don't try to do anything about this more consistently, because again, even this ban wave only temporarily solved the problem for like 30 minutes probably. But if I go to Bubblegum Simulator on Roblox right now, here we are taking a look at Bubblegum Simulator. I go into the servers and I scroll down and I can show you guys just how many bots are still sitting in this game. And bear in mind that this video I am recording right now only 4 days after this ban wave took place, okay? Maybe 5 days, but that's not the point. It's the fact that these bots are clearly still such a prominent issue. Every single server that we can see here, 12 of 12 people max, they are either full of 12 bots, or very rarely we get to see like one normal user amongst all of the bots, like this one right here. This guy is clearly not a bot, but the rest of them, he is surrounded by those bots. Most of these servers are still full of the bots, which is exactly what this game looked like prior to the ban wave. But look, I can keep scrolling and showing you guys that these are just full of the bots. This one right here doesn't seem to have any bots. That's the first server that I've seen that doesn't have even one bot. Of course, we have the +7, so, you know, one of these extra 7 people in the server could be a bot. We don't know that, but it's nice to not see them plastered on the front page. So yes, the ban wave clearly worked. The player count dropped very dramatically. We got to see over half of the users in Bubblegum Simulator suddenly disappear. They basically just got deleted, vaporized from existence right before our very eyes. But like I just showed you, the problem is back to the way that it was before that ban wave. We are back to square one. In the very beginning, nothing really happened. But yeah, the only reason Bubblegum Simulator seems to be back to over 200,000 players is because the bots are back. They found a way to live and breathe again on Roblox, unfortunately, and crawled their way back into this poor game that they seem to be victimizing every single time they resurrect themselves. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Roblox finally doing a ban wave against the bots, but unfortunately it didn't last very long because now they are back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.